6 tonight, April 20th, has become an important date in cannabis culture, but the meaning behind 420 can differ depending on who you ask. Some feel the same is true for the cannabis industry here in New York State. New York first legalizing the drug for adult use in March of 2021. The state's Office of Cannabis Management was up and running by October. The office quickly decided the first licenses would go to people with previous marijuana convictions. Well, tonight, 8 licensed stores are open in New York, but there are specific rules these businesses must comply with. None of those stores are here in Western New York, but there are cannabis businesses open in our region, ones that are not required to follow New York State rules. Tonight, 7 News reporter Michael Schwartz exploring the difference between state and reservation-run shops.
Keith Printup owns The Shack, a cannabis dispensary just east of Lewiston on Tuscarora Nation territory.
We are Skaruda, and that is the people of the hemp.
Hemp and marijuana are both cannabis plants. The difference is that marijuana plants have more THC. The Shack sells everything from flower to smoke to edible snacks and candy to eat. When customers come in or drive up to their drive-through window, staff help them choose products based on how the customer wants to feel.
To us, this is medicine. It's not a drug. We do our best to educate them about the different strands, the indicas, the sativas, the hybrids.
Printup says his products, which are made nearby, are tested before they are stocked. But Tuscarora Nation acts as its own entity, different than New York, where customers have a limit on how much they can possess.
The difference in the cannabis from ours to the outside, it follows treaties that was agreed upon between the U.S. government and our people from way back when they made the encounterments.
9 miles away on Seneca Nation territory, the Seneca Cannabis Regulatory Authority has regulations on Nativa cannabis, which celebrated its grand opening on Thursday.
It closely mirrors regulations that you see in any state.
Worker Nick Delorier tells me customers are allowed up to 3 ounces of flower per day, which is the same in New York State, along with 15 grams of concentrate products and 1,500 milligrams of edibles.
The tribes are beyond the jurisdiction of the Office of Cannabis Management.
Chris Alexander is the executive director of the New York State Office of Cannabis Management. He says the demand has been high at the 8 legal state dispensaries, none of which are in Western New York. Do you see these nation territories kind of setting the bar for the example of how you want dispensaries within New York State to be run?
No, I see the dispensaries that are operating legally in the state of New York as the example.
Alexander says the 9th state dispensary won't be in Western New York, but one will get the green light soon.
We've got to move faster and kind of open up more dispensaries, and that's the big push.
Got plans for today? Anything?
As for people like Printup, he tells me he takes pride in providing to others on his native land.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Michael Schwartz, 7 News.